Hello again. My name is Annie Lawe Palmer, Black Award nominated author of For the Love of a Mother, the Black Children of Ulster, qualified social worker and independent researcher. Today I want to speak with you about Raceophiles' resistance to change and the new racist code words they use to disguise their reluctance. With the horrific images of the late George Floyd still fresh in our minds, and the renewed push to eradicate racism, coded words appear to be the new resistance to change. Words like the allyship and white ally, indicating an acquired friendship that appears to be coded affirmation that people with melanated skin are the enemy, and one who has been befriended by people of no color. These coded words are updated versions of the white savior, alluding to the romanticized notion that people of no color are the civilized heroes of the day, and that human beings with melanated skin are the race card pulling victim wannabes. Perpetrators of racist violence, Raceophiles, attempt to control the narrative when it comes to why and who is permitted to be a victim, and they select the deserving and the undeserving. There are many comments on social media using this thinking in reference to the lynching of George Floyd. He deserved to die because he did A, B, or C. Accusations and justifications for him deserving to be lynched included the alleged forgery of a $20 bill. Never mind that there is no death penalty for any crimes George Floyd was alleged to have committed. In order that Raceophiles are able to bear the sight of a lynching and justify this heinous act that might cause another to be horrified or traumatized, they have to think in this distorted way to avoid what Dr. Joy DeGruy calls cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is when your beliefs and actions are at odds. When you inherently know the uncivilized, barbaric action of lynching is heinous and wrong, but you choose to avoid that mental confliction and adapt your view of the action to make it right with you and others. A people whose ancestors claim to have civilized half the world cannot be seen to be he who is in need of civilizing. So, many try to avoid experiencing cognitive dissonance and choose to justify or rationalize behaviors that could be seen as uncivilized, traumatic, or immoral. The human beings targeted by Raceophiles are not permitted to describe themselves as victims of the trauma forced on them. Raceophiles and their enablers dismiss this descriptor, choosing to believe the human being targeted is to be blamed for the terror, a passive recipient of trauma. As an involuntary target of abuse from Raceophiles, like many, I describe myself as a survivor of racist trauma. Trauma in this context is an ongoing and relentless abuse that I am forced to navigate, and thus far manage to survive. My survival is then packaged and coded by Raceophiles as resilience. Raceophiles then encourage and praise my resilience as if I had a choice, as if it were a badge of honor in successfully navigating the results of their indoctrinations, intentions, and actions. The intent is to make me feel like a failure if I do not acquire this resilience. And all the while, I must acquire resilience because you refuse to post-colonially rehumanize. I don't want to be this resilient. I want to be carefree and reckless like you. This cannot be a reality for me, whilst Raceophiles continue choosing to resist change. Thank you.